We're live.
Garbage!
There was no
It was too late.
at all.
Very disappointing.
Magic button.
Anyway,
Awesome. We're live.
welcome to Talking SWBZ,
Yes.
where we try things and they fail.
Yes.
My name is Ben. You can find me at BenJumbo19.
Mm-hmm.
This is Spuddles, also known as Nick,
How's it going?
Bird of Hermes, Alex.
Hi.
And today we are joined by our special guest, Jacob Dent. You can find him on Twitter, JacobAldente. Beautiful.
I was trying to gargle.
Gargle.
Love it.
Hey, Jacob, hi.
Usually you gotta tilt back for that gargle.
Yeah, the microphone's not there, though.
Ah. Gotcha.
That's the problem. This tastes like... This is a swearable show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It tastes like
Yeah.
fucking shit. Thanks, Japan Crate.
So
And you're continuing to drink it.
It's refreshing, but it's not very good.
wait.
Okay.
So what is that?
Some sort of melon soda
Soda.
that I got in my box. I get a monthly candy box from Japan.
Uh,
Not sponsored, wish it was.
wish.
Japan Crate,
Yeah.
if you're listening.
Please.
Oh,
It's
so
not-
it's just basic.
It's not
Japan.
Akibento, is it? It's some kind of like actual food box.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. I never had one. I never had like the food based stuff get shipped.
They get a lot of good stuff in there. I had weird cheese and honey Cheetos.
Mm-hmm.
Some Kit Kats that had apple pie flavor.
Apple pie flavored Kit Kats.
Japan loves Kit Kats. Did you know
Really?
that? Yes.
Yeah, they have so many flavors of Kit
Yeah.
Kat.
Well,
it's a thing.
All
I
I
just
know is
tried-
Kit Kat.
I just tried like Sakura wine flavored something like that Will had. It tasted like shit. It
Oh
like
wait, he got that when we were at Momo or not Momo Awa, right?
Oh yeah, that's when I tried it. And it like I don't know if I said my reaction yet, but it tasted like garbage when you first had it, and then it was like a pleasant aftertaste. So it was like I
Yes,
guess
in
it like
Japan.
it's just enough to make you want to keep eating, but then you remember it's garbage after you take another bite.
That's like a kid when he first tastes like coffee or energy drinks, where he's like, ugh, and then he does it anyways. And then it's just, I accept my life now.
Nestle Japan has all kinds of different, like, weird Kit Kat flavors. The
Really?
green tea one's probably the most popular one that comes out of Japan, but they come out with, like, bonkers flavors. There's sweet potato, chili pepper, all kinds of stuff. So,
The green tea one actually sounds good.
it's really good.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
outstanding.
Because I only had, the only flavor Kit Kat I've had is Kit Kat.
Wow. You're very missing
American.
Yeah,
What
American.
about white chocolate Kit Kat?
out. Kit Kat
Oh.
Americano.
It's also like was it Coke and how they have like a Coke for every country type thing?
Yeah.
Never understood
Beverly.
Oh hell no.
that. I've never been to the World of Coke.
Me
Oh,
either.
apparently I was supposed to. You're supposed
Oh,
to.
you've tried Beverly, but
Oh,
you haven't
really?
been to the.
No,
oh, you
I just know it's trash.
Okay.
Wait. Yes.
There it is.
Ah,
Apparently you're supposed to mix it together before you drink it.
Oh. Is it less garbage
No.
now? Oh.
No, it's the exact same.
the more you know.
Don't know what you guys are trying to do with this.
Gotcha.
Well, for anyone that hasn't been to the World of Coke, there is a place in Atlanta called the World of Coke, and it has a whole wall of Coca-Colas from around the world that you can try, and one of them is one called Beverly, and
It's the
it is
Italian
probably
Coke, I believe.
it is, and I don't really care because it tastes like absolute ass.
Yeah.
So
It's
is it like so it's noticeable between all the Cokes?
It's like all of them, a lot of them tasted questionable to me, but that was the only one that made me run to the regular Coke room and like down a glass of Coke after I had it to like
Really?
try to wash it out.
So like between each Coke, it's one, it's recognizable as Coke, and two, it tastes different from other Cokes.
It's not. I mean, it's Coca-Cola made it. That doesn't mean it has to taste like Coke. It's
Oh,
just
really?
like different like beverages that they make around the world.
This
Yeah.
is the Coke product for X country.
Okay, I gotcha.
So
And yes, it is from Italy.
it is the Italy one.
Okay.
So is there like a USA one?
This
Oh yeah,
or
that's
just
just
normal
that's
Coke?
I mean, yeah,
Man,
it's
you
just
in-
like
you
the normal
in it.
Coke.
No, it's Dr.
Not
Pepper.
sponsored.
It's Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I've never been to World of Coke, so
Me either.
I mean, it's one of those things that you see it once, and that's kind of it. Like
Yeah.
the Coke room is like kind of like the highlight. The rest of it's just like Coke history in different exhibits.
just like So mostly just like I've been there is the whole thing.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
commercials for Coke in the world of Coke where you're paying money to go to
To
see
go
Coke,
see
brought to
Coke.
you by Coke, to see commercials for Coke and then drink some Coke.
And you
Ah.
can see like one of those 4D movie kind of things.
That's just Coke.
More Coke advertisements.
And then there's like a whole special section where it's just like we totally did not put cocaine in our drinks at any point in time.
I think they have like a copy of. They have like a box that supposedly has the recipe in it behind a gigantic bulletproof wall,
Oh,
Oh,
really?
with
wow.
like a capsule. And then you take your picture with a polar bear,
Really?
Oh.
a fake
Yeah.
one.
Oh.
yeah.
It's just in a cage. It's
One live
domesticated.
polar bear. in
What are
the
you
World
hiding,
Cup.
World of Coke?
Is this Lost?
Yes. So what originally brought Jacob on was that last time when we were talking on
I'm
Twitch.
definitely not here on my own volition.
Yes.
Yeah, I made sure I dragged him here today.
Ah, okay.
If you know the signal, I'm blinking to let you know I'm safe.
Ah.
Definitely. She gets it.
Yes, she does. And that one second, let me move this over here. Alright. Calms down the line. But anyways, so last time we were on SWBZ, we were talking about I was talking with Sawyer, and Sawyer had relayed to me information on how Jacob is accident prone. Do you deny that?
Go on.
Okay.
I want to hear what was. I listened.
You
I know what's being besmirched.
Oh, I actually know this story now. I acted like
No.
I didn't, but
No.
the story's been told
No,
to
you
me.
don't. Here's the thing. I'm sick and tired of my name,
Being besmirched.
getting told y'all don't know a goddamn thing.
All right,
First of
let's hear it.
point one. Did I break a chair? Yes. However, legally, there is no physical evidence to pertain that chair still is broken.
Did you break a second chair?
I'm talking about the second chair the whole time.
Okay.
The first chair, number one, got bought at a garage sale for like $4 the entire set. So, Sawyer, you willingly let me sit on someone else's garbage. Now, I cannot claim credit for this breaking.
One man's garbage is another man's treasure.
No,
though.
it's all garbage. The entire set was bought for $5, and you're gonna let your guests sit on that. I question your home improvement standards and the quality of your apartment because you're gonna let me just sit on a piece of trash the whole time. Yes, that chair broke. It was a great sequence of events because it broke slowly. One leg gave out. Was it funny? Yes. One leg gave out.
So what actually happened that caused the
You
chair?
just
to
sat
break?
down.
You just sat down.
Existing, Nick.
Existing.
Existing. Our Judeo-Christian Lord God let it happen, Nick. I'm sitting in the chair. One leg gives out. I kind of switch to the side. They think I'm doing a bit. I'm not doing a bit. Another leg gives out. Now I'm on the floor. Not my fault.
Damn.
Not my fault.
Okay.
I'm not going to have anyone out here being like, yeah, he broke 2 chairs. No, one chair broke because it was faulty. It was
Okay.
literally garbage he picked up out of a dumpster for all I know.
So let's talk about second chair.
Second chair.
So second chair.
Bought off Amazon.
You were doing what?
Not even on it. I'm on the floor. Because at this point, I'd already been tainted once.
And chastised.
I know damn well I'm not sitting on any more chairs. You know how difficult it is right now to sit on this? Mm-hmm. Right? If it was up to me, I could stand there. Just stand there, staring at this webcam the whole time. But that would be creepy. So I'm sitting here.
Ah,
I'm uncomfortable
appreciate
as
it.
hell.
I got you.
But that's not your fault.
Okay.
That's my fault. I have PTSD.
Well, you know what I'm doing right now? I am trusting you.
I appreciate that. I sat on the floor at their apartment because I knew something could happen. This was a week later. It's very fresh in my mind. Okay? I'm scared. I'm like, I'm not going to sit in this chair because you guys just bought these chairs from Amazon for, I think, like $100. A set of 4 chairs for $100. What kind of quality do you expect?
He said that they were nicer chairs.
They're not. You know damn well what those chairs are.
He's not even here to defend himself.
Or no, he had gotten another set after, right?
It was a different set of chairs.
Yes.
Yeah, completely new.
Completely new.
No, I meant like, I think he got a third set, or no?
After that, the second chair
Or
broke.
was
I
it...
thought, doesn't he still have those chairs?
No. He got a brand new set.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay,
think he
well,
said that he still has those chairs just off to the side in another room.
I don't
Anyways.
recall.
Who knows?
Because no one's allowed to sit on them anymore. Because of me.
So you were sitting on the floor.
I'm on the floor.
Yeah.
And what are you doing on the floor?
I'm just sitting on the floor. I'm having a good time. I think we're playing a card game.
I thought we were playing D&D, but we could have been playing a card game.
We're doing something that we do
Yeah.
There's cards in D&D.
on the
That's true.
floor. just, I'm popping a squat. Everyone else is in chairs.
Mm-hmm.
All right? I'm on the floor because I know my place.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking, and you guys know me. I talk. Sometimes I use my hands a little bit.
Yeah.
I get a little whack-a-madoo.
Right.
It happens. And so I take my arm, and there's a chair behind me, and I just go like this. And all of a sudden, one of the chair legs is in the corner of the room.
It just flew
10
off.
feet away.
Just flew off.
Just flew off. It wasn't screwed in. There was no screw
Oh, there wasn't?
connecting that chair leg
Together.
to the base.
Oh.
So that leg just goes. It looks like I karate chopped the fuck out of this chair.
That's what Sawyer said. Sawyer claimed that you just like straight up went.
No,
"Fuck
I
that."
gave it a little look at the flick of the wrist. I flick of the wrist. The leg goes like that.
Sam says she's calling it now that sabotage was at play.
Sam, you were there. I think. If this is Sam that we know,
Yes.
Sam,
This is Sam
hey,
Clark.
how you going? Thanks for listening. You know goddamn well what happened that night. And I'm not here because I don't know the two of you that well.
Okay.
Right.
Okay? Our friendship's very limited. I was having a conversation with another person.
It's a clean slate. Clean slate.
One of Allison's friends, Ryan, who doesn't know who this is,
Okay.
was at her apartment the other day, and I said,
Ryan?
"We have what?
New Ryan?
No, I don't know if he's a new Ryan. He's just Ryan.
Oh, okay.
I know him as Ryan."
Oh.
And I told him we have a limited friendship because we do, and I feel similarly about the two of you. I know you a little bit, but I don't need somebody else coming out here telling you guys that I'm just like a tornado of wanton destruction without me here to defend myself. So I'm here to tell you, you already know.
I do.
Yeah, I appreciate you trying to defend me. And Sawyer, if you
agrees with you.
ever fucking get on this show, I will take you to the squared circle because it's one, and I will put you through that table that I know is also hot garbage because you bought it at the same place.
Ah. Very nice.
How dare you let us sit on your garbage? You gave me trash, and you're lucky it wasn't somebody else. Somebody else would have sued you.
But you didn't. You were the better man.
I'm a good person.
There you go. Drinking hot garbage.
I'm dying. I'm a good person, and I'm sick of it being just like a lie, just lies being spread. Because I don't need that in my life. I have enough people besmirching my name as is to have a good friend, or who I thought was a good friend until a couple of days ago. Coming on here, I'm peeved.
Hey, I don't think your name was ever dirty, but consider it cleared. I believe you.
Sick of being told I break things.
So, Jacob, final thoughts on that? Just
He's just sick of it.
sick of it?
Not my goddamn fault. Get the potatoes out of your pantry,
Okay.
Guthrie's.
That's a whole other thing.
Oh my goodness.
They have potatoes with their plates.
potatoes with their plates?
In their cabinets. You know the cabinet, you open up the cabinet, you go to get a plate, I open up the cabinet, there's an Idaho potato. Why? Who puts a potato with the plate?
A singular potato?
A
or
raw, singular, uncooked potato.
I mean,
Has it been there for a while?
I keep it in my pantry, but like...
That's not a pantry, a food storage facility. You know it's not a food storage facility? Clean plates. There's a dirty potato. And you're going to serve people that plate? How dare you?
Tea? What do you mean tea?
Very mad.
We're spilling the tea.
Oh, we're spilling the tea. And
I'm not salty about this at all. I don't know if you can
No,
tell.
of course not.
no.
Extreme sugar.
But I believe me and Jacob's relationship has grown exponentially through COD and wedding and whatever.
That's right. Yes, if you don't know, I officiated this one's wedding.
Yes. He is the
That
one
is
we
me.
talk about.
I'm the angry one who somehow you guys let sign a license to say that you two can fuck not in sin.
So how did you feel when Ben and Bailey asked you?
To come on this show? What are we talking about?
No,
To officiate.
Oh, I was very surprised. I said, why?
Yeah.
Why have you done this?
Yeah, we were out to dinner with Jacob and Ortega, and we just Bailey had just asked Ortega to be a bridesmaid like earlier the day or the day before. But no, it was a couple of days. She like kept a secret, and then like we asked him, and he was like, "Why?"
Why would you choose
That was
me?
the
like-
first word.
He was
Why?
like, "Thank you, but why?"
I appreciate this, but it is a kind gesture. But also, what do you think? What are you expecting from me in this? Because you know what you're gonna get.
And we enjoyed it.
You're
so.
getting this.
Mm-hmm.
I this married a person. that's something. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very sweet. It was a great honor. I appreciate it.
How'd the preparation go?
What do you mean? What preparation?
Well, me and we got there and you busted out the book.
Yeah, that was a very last minute decision.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I didn't want to just have my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So was it really just that you had a book to put your phone behind? And
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw the whole thing. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
close enough to see the whole
Yeah,
behind the
it
scenes.
was one of Rachel's library books that
Oh,
I just found in
excellent.
her apartment, and I was
Uh,
like, "This is the perfect
What was the title again?
to marry an English lord."
Ah, yes.
I think it was the chapter about why you should get married to American men
Mm.
Oh, hell yeah.
because they have that foreign money.
Ooh.
Very nice.
But no, that was what the book was,
Mm-hmm.
and then the stuff. I mean, I came up with that stuff not on the fly. I wrote it.
Right.
But I mean, there wasn't a lot of like,
Did you feel
Guidance.
stressed about it or no?
yeah,
Yeah.
because I didn't write it till the day before.
Ah.
Um,
Okay.
But that's pretty standard of everything I do in life, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
fair enough.
But it turned out okay.
Yeah, I think it turned
In
out
the
pretty
end.
good.
Here's some tea for you. I was using my phone, and a fucking Discord message popped up in the middle of my speech
Uh-huh.
that I almost read aloud, but I didn't because I'm a
Was it
professional.
from the
Was it
Discord that I'm part
appropriate?
of?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. What?
Was it wedding appropriate?
No, it was not. It was not at all. It was.
That's probably not gonna get back.
I don't remember what it was.
It's gonna be so long.
Yeah, I was gonna say they kind of go. For a while.
God damn this Discord.
Yeah, it was something in this, and I don't remember what. You're in September.
September, and you were
It was
October.
October
It
19th.
was mid-October, yeah.
Man, it was like a month ago, dude.
I know.
Yeah, coming up on a month.
You passed it already.
Yeah. 20th.
Oh, what did he say?
Voice channel.
Yeah, you fucking... Yeah, that one. That one. And I have no idea what it's relating to, but it just popped up on my phone as we were about to do... I think I was getting to the part where I was quoting... what's his name? I'd said it. And I already
Shakespeare
forgot.
or something?
No. It was after the sonnets when I was doing the... But right before we went into, like, the declaration of intent, which is legally what that's called.
Ah.
The I take you to be my thing.
Yeah.
Right.
If you don't...
The official.
That is the only thing that makes a wedding official is you have to have a declaration of intent.
Oh.
But it was right before we got to that when that Discord message,
Which was
I think
real
it was like,
Nikki saying your fucking Steam name, lol, to
Right.
Ligosaurus
and it
Rex.
pops up right at where I am. I was like, because I was trying to quote Carl Sagan.
Oh.
There it is.
And like I'm right, and it's like as Carl Sagan once said, and then that message pops up, literally right on the phone,
And
I'm
I
like,
quote, "You're fucking."
and I'm like, oh no, that's not it. Swipe up. Okay, then I get back to it. But there was like a split second where that almost came out of my mouth, and I was mortified. So fucking scary.
Sabotage.
I was like, God, I thought I had everything silenced,
Yeah.
and because I didn't realize at the time, you weren't in the chat.
No.
At that time.
No.
So I didn't realize your name is not that it's Spuddles, but I thought this other person in the group chat with the name of Nick was you
Oh,
at the time.
because it was real Nikki or something
Right.
like that.
So I thought that was you, and I'm like, how the fuck is he sending Discord messages? He's 10 feet to my left.
Oh, no.
And then you're like wondering, does he know that I'm on Discord right now?
Right, like, how is this
he
happening?
fucking with me?
I was so confused for like 5 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, no, that's not the right person.
It didn't come off that way at all. I would have had no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, you were a little occupied.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Staring into my love's eyes.
Were you crying?
I definitely teared up.
Okay. I couldn't
couldn't
see
see
you,
you.
obviously,
Yeah, for
because
sure.
I could see Bailey just like fucking losing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
But
cried. I
During her vows, I got really choked up.
Yeah, I was
But
sitting
good
there
thing I
like,
didn't have to say anything.
Yeah. You were quiet that part.
when Bailey started going down the aisle, it was like, oh, that's the gut right there. And I was like, I'm okay. And then I look over and I look at all the girls and they're all losing it. And I'm like, oh, that's another gut.
Yeah,
Oh.
everyone crying.
The
Yeah.
thing that I didn't think was gonna like get to me as much was seeing all of you guys walk down the aisle.
Yeah.
Like that was making me emotional too.
Really.
Yeah.
My goofy ass walking down the aisle.
I don't know, man, but it did.
Alex having to duck underneath that chandelier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was
great.
sitting here like, I made
It's
it
not
for the
built
wedding.
in consideration of tall people.
No.
People were short then.
It's too.
Yeah.
We would have been
Tall people matter too. Tall lives matter.
We would have been at that time period. We would have been like burned as like the stretched man.
Are you guys the same height?
I'm 6'4".
You're 6'4". So you're the same
Yeah,
height.
we're the same height. Yes.
Nice. I was wondering.
Wedding talk again.
Yes.
Yes, it happens.
Hey, babe!
Why are you even not here?
There's a bang and a Sam in the chat.
You could be here.
It's
No,
true.
she has to be at Anthony's birthday party.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Happy birthday, Anthony.
Yeah.
Oh, how old is he now?
Yep, I'm really bad at remembering.
That's not going to give a number.
He'll be 9. He'll be 9. He was born in 2010, so he'll be 9.
The 8 ball will tell you exactly the.
So it shall be.
Okay, he is now
so
9.
he shall be 9.
He is now 9.
Oh, Billy said 9.
There
We've
it is.
confirmed 9.
That's good. That's a good year.
Yeah.
I remember I was 9. I was the tallest person in 3rd grade. Was I in 3rd grade?
Second or
Was
third.
that 2nd or 3rd grade?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh, it was a good time.
Holy crap. I'm just now realizing that, like, Anthony was born when I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Us too.
Yeah. And then I was watching the dogs when he was a wee lad.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that he was that young when I was watching that thing. I don't know. It's just weird how time flies. It's just like, just the other day, I was like, holy shit, my sister's 37.
Yeah, my brother turned 30 this year, so that was
Dang.
a big one.
Surreal.
Mm-hmm. Jake, do you have any brothers and sisters?
No, it's just me.
Just you?
I'm a lonely boy.
Yeah. But you got rich friends. Rich and friends.
Oh, yes.
Rich and friends. I'm going to say rich friends. There you go.
If any of y'all are hiding something from me
Alright.
about money, don't be the one with the boat. Be best friends with the person who has the boat, so they invite you to go on the boat.
Yeah, you don't have to deal
Exactly.
with it.
You gotta
I mean-
clean it.
Nick has a boat.
I have a boat. Yeah, I kind of have a boat.
See?
It's not
See?
my boat. It's not my boat. It's my father's boat.
See,
Okay,
you're
but-
you're by blood to the boat.
Ah.
That means you'll inherit the boat, unless the boat goes down in the water.
The boat would probably go to my brother.
No one gets the boat.
It's probably not going to go to
Scuttle the boat.
me. Maybe my sister. Probably.
Scuttle the boat in Lake Alatuna.
Yes,
no
I
one
did.
will ever be found.
Yes, I outed my sister's age, and
That's
yes,
harsh.
I am astounded by time all the time. That's how I am. What else? Okay,
You can talk about your sister's age. That's fine.
it's fine. She knows what she's okay with it. She's a mom. It's fine.
She knows how old she is.
Yes. At least she's not 40. So you guys have been playing the new Pokemon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, we I got sword.
I got sword.
Okay.
Yeah. It's an easy
The,
pick.
the Robinson brothers got the shield.
Yeah.
That's sad.
What
Fucking shield
makes
face.
what makes sword better?
Well, so
Besides the fact you have it.
the legendaries, they're like for each one. The legendary, they're both dogs.
Okay.
The legendary dog
They're
for
wolves.
sword or wolves. Sorry.
Okay.
No, it's okay. It's just
The
We'll call them
legendary
doggos.
wolf for sword is carrying a sword in its mouth, like Dark Souls
Like Dark
style.
Souls boss.
Okay.
And the one in Shield is a wolf that literally I've been calling it
Shield
face.
face.
Because it has a
It literally
shield
looks like
going
he's
around
wearing a
its face.
giant shield on his face, and I personally think it looks ridiculous.
It looks absolutely stupid. We had a whole episode of just making fun of Will for liking Shield Face more than
I see.
Sword Face.
I see.
we were making fun of anyone that was talking about it.
Yes.
I like the idea of it like carrying a sword in its mouth because it's like fetch.
Yeah.
It's like instead of having the deformed head of a creature.
Mm-hmm.
on a
We're
creature.
talking about like the problematic things it would have because of just like trying to like maybe
Trying to
laying
sleep.
down.
Yeah.
It can't do that because it's got a giant shield for a
And
face.
it pokes its it's got its head through the door. Ugh. Wait, where's its actual like head?
This is its face. The,
Yeah,
the,
hold
blue,
on,
the
let me-
little blue part.
And it's
right
got
there.
that big detritus on underneath, looking like a turkey.
Yeah. Now, how you lay down with that shield?
Okay, now
Tell
show me sword.
So
Oh, yeah.
So elegant.
Yes, so much more refined than fucking sloth from Goonies ass shield boy over there.
Yeah.
Not there's anything wrong with that,
No.
but there's a lot wrong with that. That's a very unfortunate appearance. There's no Ekans. They got rid of the snake.
Oh yeah.
They got rid of a lot of things
Yeah.
they went from what, like 900 something to 4.
to 400,
Jacob,
and that
are you
includes
playing
100
it?
new
No.
exclusives.
I played Pokemon. The last Pokemon I played,
Mm-hmm.
showing my age here, was the original Gold.
Red, blue. Gold.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yes, I had Blue, then I had Gold,
Mm-hmm.
and then I didn't play again.
Is that's the same gen that Bailey basically played, right? Was like silver or something like that?
Yeah, gold, silver,
she
crystal.
She played Pearl.
Oh,
She played Pearl as well?
Yeah.
Anyway, so 3 starters: fire, water, and grass. What'd you guys start with?
Grookey, the grass.
The grass.
Monkey.
The monkey boy.
Yeah.
I started with Sobble, which is like
Stillborn?
well, that's not the most. That's not the best name to give it.
No.
That's not the most flattering description to give it.
But now you
go
can
with-
name change.
I suppose
So
That
it's
is a thing,
it's
yeah.
you said Sobble.
Sobble.
Yeah, it's a little.
It's like a tree frog, isn't it? It's supposed to be.
Is
I'm
it
not
like
sure.
water?
Kind of looks
Yeah, it's like made out of water, but it has
Oh,
like
so it's the water type.
yeah, it has like a
Oh, it's
frog-like
definitely the water
appearance.
I can probably bring it up.
Show me these boys, because I want to see, because I remember, I picked Bulbasaur, Suck
Yeah.
It,
Okay.
and then Cyndaquil.
Okay, yeah, it looks
Hey,
like a
Cyndaquil.
tadpole.
That's
Cyndaquil
what's up.
Cyndaquil was the shit.
So, this is the one I picked.
Okay.
It's Grookey, and then Scorbunny is the fire type, and then Sobble.
His name's Score Bunny,
Scorbunny. Yeah.
and he's just a bunny.
Yeah, that like has fire.
They could be a little more creative.
It was Flaming
Yep.
Rabbit.
Oh, this is the one that's always looks sad. I remember there were
Except in
memes.
that one picture.
There were memes about this, about him.
Yeah, like
And his
look at,
eyes.
like this picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just a little timid.
Yeah.
I would probably go with the weird sad boy.
This was
No.
one of my favorite memes that came out of it. If it'll load, it's like they're fake evolutions. They all become fighting type.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
I like it.
So how far along you guys? Like how many gyms?
I've beaten one gym and I'm not quite to the second city.
And I've been in one gym and I'm in the second city.
Ah.
But I've just discovered that Ben and I have very different play styles
Yeah.
for this new game.
Okay.
So that's our locations. Alex has been playing under 3 hours, and I am just over 9.
Ah.
So he's
Are
further
you
than
trying
me.
to catch everything?
Well, it's that, and I also misunderstood where the first gym was.
Oh.
I thought that I was basically at the first gym, and so I was like buffing my Pokemon just for ever, and then I was like, oh, there's actually 2 more routes that I have to go through before the first gym. So
Gotcha.
And I play very linearly. I keep mispronouncing that word.
Linear.
I just wanted to, because I knew with the free roam that you can't. There's like higher level Pokemon that you're not able to catch. So I just wanted to like get to the level that I could catch good stuff.
Okay.
So I just kind of like powered through, went through the routes, just caught whatever I saw that was new, but just tried to keep going and making progress.
So is it just they're just too high level for you to catch type thing?
Yeah,
Something.
you're literally level restricted by badges. So if you don't have the first badge, like I encountered a level 31 Haunter, and I physically wasn't able to. It wouldn't let me throw a ball.
Oh,
at
you
all.
can actually encounter higher level Pokemon
Yeah, because
earlier?
there's like a free roam area.
There's a wild
it's like
area.
a open world. They're trying to make it more like open world. Besides just go down this route and fight trainers and catch Pokemon. It's a huge wide open space you can wander.
I want all the ghost Pokemon because that is my thing.
We'll level up quick and get you that Haunter.
Yeah. Well, that's. I was pretty happy about Sun and Moon because like you can get Ghastly pretty early, and I was
Yeah.
like, fuck yeah.
And you can get a starter that becomes a ghost type.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, what?
Just
Oh,
right?
and yeah,
In
that's-
Sun and Moon, yeah.
In Sun and Moon, I was like, whatever.
Is that the Hawaii one where they had the
The Alola region, yes.
Yeah.
with the giraffe egg boy?
Dragon Executor.
Yeah. That
I
thing.
liked him.
the giant tree.
Hi, guy
that's a
from
dragon.
Mars.
A guy from Mars. But yeah. So overall, how do you feel about it?
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. There's a lot of YouTubers shitting on it, but I
Yeah.
think it's pretty good.
I think, well, the whole thing is I knew it was coming because Pokemon has changed their stance or like creed almost to people don't have as much time to play Pokemon anymore as they used to. So they wanted to try to simplify
And
a lot of
streamline
things as much as possible. So, for example, EXP share is always on and you can't turn it off.
Yeah, they had that in Sun and Moon as well. I
And
think, right?
you get experience from catching, but in Sun and Moon you could turn it off though.
Oh.
And you didn't get it until you went through the tutorial. For now, it's always turned on from the start. You have the fishing route already. You don't need running shoes. You're already running. Stuff like that. Like, they fix... I mean, for some people, they could consider it as fixed, but it will tick the more hardcore gamers off. that they can't have it their way too and make it simple, which I guess I would agree with. I would at least like to have the option to turn the XP share off.
Right.
'Cause, like, you can choose to make it a challenge if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you can level up all 6.
Yeah,
Or just
yeah.
one
Same
person.
time.
Yeah. So if you wanted, you could pretty much just use your starter and blast through the whole game because he'll always be over-leveled.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of your party will always catch up with him.
I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose of having like
Other
varieties.
But I mean, the point is that it's your choice. Like, you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but the option is there and available.
But now you
Now
have
you
no
do.
option.
Yeah.
So that's what people are upset about. They're also upset that they cut the Pokemon numbers, but
I mean, there's too many, right?
Yeah,
I
it
would
really
agree with
is.
that. Yes, but some people are like, no.
Because there are
All-
people who would be
all
all
the
like,
time.
"Oh, I'm gonna transfer. Batman guy is still missing. Why are you so obsessed with Will?" You ask every.
He's
single-
not Will, he's Batman guy. He's always Batman.
Technically,
guy.
Alex is more of a Batman guy than Will.
But Will just had the Batman shirt on.
Yeah.
During the podcast.
I can pretend to be Batman if you'd like, Guy from Mars.
Yes.
Word here.
But yeah, so Will wore a Batman shirt one time.
I see.
And now he is Batman guy.
Batman
Well,
guy.
I'll be elbow pad on the sweater man.
But yeah, so Will was going to be on the podcast this week, like he says every week, and then ended up bailing
Dang it.
because he had to take his brother back down to Valdosta. Hey, guy from Mars, Batman guy, has a lot of school and family life stuff. Yeah.
He has to drive.
He gotta drive. He gotta drive all the way down to Valdosta, which is 4 hours.
4
Yes.
hours. And then he's driving immediately back. So,
Oh,
Another 4
God, he's not
hours.
even gonna... Oh, because it's Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he doesn't work tomorrow, so
Yeah.
he could stay there, but I don't know that he has a place to stay.
He has to have work.
Plus, Timmy is going with him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so at least he has company.
That's nice.
That's good in case there's an accident.
Yeah, that too.
He has medical care.
I was a
Very
sad
true.
boy because we were talking about grabbing dinner Friday night. I was like, sweet! And then he bailed on it, and I was like, fuck!
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been
Because he
wanting...
just drove on Friday to go get his... The whole thing was he was getting his brother to come back up here.
Mm-hmm.
So he drove down on Friday, and now he immediately has to make the drive again on Sunday.
Yeah.
There's a lot of logistical things here.
Yes.
because they had a family event yesterday.
Yeah.
Brother, 2 from school, all time with family. Okay, no, yeah. They're explaining the situation.
Problematic.
Yes.
Thank you.
Weird thing all around.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you pretty casual in playing Pokemon and everything.
Oh,
anyways.
very.
So,
So these changes haven't bothered me at all. Like, I don't know.
does it
I
feel
like them.
different though? With
It
everything?
feels different as a Pokemon game, for
Yeah.
sure. Because I've been like trying to. Well, also, I've been playing my own personal Nuzlocke lately.
Okay.
Because I've never done it, so I really wanted to try it out.
Mhm.
So
Which-
going from the original, I'm doing Fire Red,
Okay.
and so I'm doing an original game Nuzlocke, and now it's this new game, not Nuzlocke.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just very
It's
different.
weird. Are you doing like a randomizer, or are you just playing the actual
I'm just
game?
playing the actual game.
Okay.
I have to check something.
I wanted to try it normally. Before
No,
I
that makes
started
I
doing
get
randomizers.
the OG.
And Alex, you're pretty content with it,
I'm pretty content with it, but I understand people's concerns.
right? Well, I mean, the game technically only gets better as you go along. You get to see more. So.
Right. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People are. I've just never been a graphics guy either, but people are complaining that a lot of the textures and graphics look like garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them I can see what they're talking about. Like the trees look like they're straight out of a PS2 game.
Oh yeah.
But
Some of them do, yeah.
but that stuff never really bothered me.
Well, and there's two kinds of trees. There's a kind that you can shake to get berries, and one that you can't.
Ah.
I'm
And-
assuming the one that you cannot shake is the one that looks worse.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
not interactive.
Exactly.
I get that.
Gotcha. So in terms of COD, Jacob, how have you been feeling about COD now?
I got the throwing knife now,
Yeah.
so it's great. Because I can just use that. No, I'm having a pretty solid time with it so far.
Mhm.
They've made a few patches and fiddled with some of the stats, some of the
Changes.
things. So it feels a little bit better now than it did when it first launched, because everybody was using the M4 and the M4 was an absolute beast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
along with the 7.25.
the 7.25 shotgun, because you could literally like hit somebody.
It's a railgun.
So that's fixed now? Isn't no longer the
I mean,
unstoppable killing machine?
It's still, I mean, it's a stoppable killing machine.
Okay.
Some maps, like if you play some of the more close quarter maps, like the one that they just added in, which I think is supposed to be kind of like a Nuketown-esque thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's no Nuketown?
There's no Nuketown.
Wow.
It's a very
Right now.
like
Impressive.
it's a close quarters like firing range map.
Oh, okay.
Is what it looks like.
But it is, that's where like that thing just runs rampant. Like it's still really prevalent there.
Yeah.
But some of this, it's gotten a little bit better. But I think the feel of it's still pretty good. It's very reminiscent of like the first few Modern Warfare games, which is the ones I enjoyed the most.
I do. I mean, we haven't played together in a little bit, but I do enjoy playing with you a good bit because I have those random little save moments with you where you're about to die, just come by. And...
Nick, so okay, this is fun. Do you know how sometimes you meet a person in life, and you know a little bit about them, right? And you just are introduced, and then you suddenly discover that they're like a expert piano player.
Oh, right.
Like where you don't, right? Where like you don't, like you just meet them like at a party, and you're like, oh yeah, it's cool, and then like you find out like
their talent
in passing that you just go over to their house one day and you see him like going ham on a piano, and you're like, I never knew you could do this. Like some sort of this crazy, like Nick is a fucking savant at just not using guns. He doesn't use. I've never seen him shoot a gun in Call of Duty. He literally just runs around with a riot shield and a knife.
And the riot shield's mostly on my back.
And he just runs around and just... I've never seen anything like it before in my life. Because he'll win everything. And he'll just like show up. He Assassin's Creeded a man.
He just dropped down.
Yes!
Dropped down on him.
That was the last kill in like a Search and Destroy, where he was being pursued by a guy
Oh yeah.
who had a gun. And then he went around a bus stop, climbed on top of the bus stop somehow. I don't even know how the fuck he managed to get on top of that thing. I don't think he was supposed to. And the guy kept following him around, and then he just dropped down with a knife and stabbed him to win. And it's just like, I've never, like it's just the fact that you can do those things. It's just amazing. You're just like the savant at not using a gun in Call of Duty and still succeeding. It's very impressive.
And from my understanding, you're pretty new to PC gaming.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the first one I've played on PC.
So you're getting used to shooting and everything like that, at least with mouse and keyboard. So
yeah, but sometimes I'll just put a controller and kick the sensitivity up to like 10.
yeah.
Because that is the exact same for me.
And you've been struggling just a little bit, but you've been holding your own.
Thank you. You're so kind. Thanks, Dad.
But it's just nice to see like Jacob be in like a losing situation, and I just come by and save the day without even realizing.
Yeah, because you'll just show up with a knife, and the next thing you know, it's done. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is how this works. Great.
And I'll just be like, I wouldn't even notice it, and he'll just say, thanks, Nick. I'm like, oh, yeah, whatever.
And I'll just run around, because he's just doing his own thing, and I'm like in the middle of like about to get cornered, and then he just comes around and just like... I'm just like, okay, cool. I'm going to go get this flag now. I'm going to cap? Okay, cool. Thanks. See you later. No, it's great. But it's fun. I am enjoying it.
Guy from Mars asked if the game's overrated.
Ooh.
Okay, so I'm going to say that in terms of the Call of Duty games to get, I think this is the one to get.
Okay.
That's saying that you didn't get Black Ops 4, and you didn't get all the other crap.
There's a lot of them.
I am mix and match on certain Call of Duty games. I only get them if there's something actually different about them. I don't know what you've heard about the game. I'm not going to say that it's overrated or underrated. I'm going to say that it is a Call of Duty game, and it is a true Call of Duty game. Like it is. Okay. Like if you want Call of Duty, that's a good one to do, because it's not, it's boots on ground. It has some of it has a variety of guns. I'm not going to say it has an absorbent amount of guns.
No, that's not too many.
SMGs kind of suck right now, to be honest. And also the AUG is an SMG, which is stupid, because an AUG
is not an SMG.
Is an assault rifle.
Yeah.
Right.
And
it has been classified in previous games as an assault rifle.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff with that. That is a very weird thing that they did.
They have the MP5. They don't have the MP7. They had the MAC-10.
They have the MP7.
Do they have the MP7?
It's the very last one you unlock, I believe.
Okay. And they have the FAMAS and all sorts of other stuff. They have some random bullshit rifles that don't, or sniper rifles that don't make any fucking sense. But
Cool.
I mean, there's some of that, yeah.
Is it overrated? In my opinion, it is a Call of Duty. I'm not gonna say. I'm not. I mean, it for me, it is what I expect it is. But then again, I have a very different opinion on a lot of games.
It's the most like I haven't played one since which came. So I'm one of the few people that really liked Advanced Warfare.
Mm-hmm.
I know no one else does, but
Right.
the reason I like it is because it felt like Quake, and I loved Quake.
Yeah,
So like you got to jump around with jetpacks and shit, and it was really fun.
and wall ride.
And a lot of people hated Advanced Warfare. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, I'd say Black Ops 2 was the last one that I like legitimately like. It was the last one I bought and enjoyed. This one feels more like the originals, which you either are going. If you hated the last few Call of Duties, you'll probably enjoy this one more because it feels more like you remember.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the one. It's the best one for like if you're gonna be competitive. I'd say it's probably the best like competitive Call of Duty that it can have, like, because they're actually announcing like I think Atlanta has one of the esports teams for it. Like they're announcing like an esports league for it. This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Atlanta has one of the teams.
So yeah, that's like the thing is like there's for whatever every time there's a multiplayer game there is some sort of esport for it. Or MLG crap, and every Call of Duty had that. But the one that makes this one different is that it's also partnered with Blizzard, so they're able to do Blizzard-sponsored events.
The revolution of our time. Go on.
And this allows basically more of an Overwatch-esque esports league where you actually have the emergence of city-based teams. So for Atlanta, it's the Atlanta Reign for Overwatch. I don't know what the Call of Duty team's gonna be.
I forget the name. They may not have announced it yet.
Yeah.
Also, on a similar note, apparently, the mayor of Atlanta was saying that we are like one of the esports capitals of the U.S. now.
Yep.
Because DreamHack's here this week.
I was about to say, just declared it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Atlanta's one of the... Basically, it's Atlanta. I wouldn't even say New York, but that's like the only other place that's like up northeast. And then North Cal, SoCal.
Yeah.
And that's like... and Texas is usually pretty popular as well.
But apparently this was like... She was saying that this is where we are emerging as an esports team. Yes, Halo. Halo 2. Best game.
I think we
best,
got a couple Halo fans.
Halo
in
2.
here.
Best game all time. Needlers. Dual wield needlers.
Just completely annihilate someone with...
That was all I did in Halo 2 and I loved it.
Just be careful about knocking on this, by the way.
Yes.
But yes, I am a fan of Halo.
Didn't play the newest one, however.
I have played all the Halos, and they... Okay, so...
Nick has hated Halo since 343.
Yes. Because I was...
That's fair.
I was a pretty big fan of Halo. And so anyways, so one day I was just like, I wonder if anything kind of came out about the new Halo for PC coming out. And this is just randomly, and I was like, I just checked it out, looked at it on Steam, and like they didn't have a release date or anything like that. And I was all right, fine, whatever. Next day, I update my Steam. Master Chief Collection is now available for purchase on Steam.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
all right.
Bought it. So that is pre-purchased and waiting. So I think for right now, the release is December 3rd
For the
or something
collection.
like that. For the collection, which is 1 through 4 plus Reach.
I liked Reach.
Yes.
Reach was the first Halo game I actually bought and then played through. I had dabbled in other ones, but and it's my favorite personally.
So you know how I am in COD, right?
Yes.
Multiply that by 10, and that's me in Halo.
With an energy sword?
Not even with an energy
You
sword.
just punch people?
With a
Or do you just get the oddball?
with a DMR or a BR.
Oh, okay.
He likes playing SWAT in Halo. That's
Oh,
his
okay.
favorite game type.
I get that.
Yeah.
That was my favorite as well.
What was I saying?
He's wanting.
Can you sing Halo theme music for viewers?
No, Guy from Mars. We don't want to get copyrighted.
It's true.
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe
That's-
my voice is just too pristine. I
We'll
don't
get
wanna...
picked up by the sensor right away,
That's
by
right.
the Autobot.
Also, I don't think this mic can handle 4 people
Gee.
singing.
That's fair.
If we were to do a Gregorian chant, this would be a great group of people to do a Gregorian chant.
oh, hell yeah.
However, we don't want this to get flagged because they will do that.
Yeah, that's
I
the
know how
main
this
thing.
works.
As much as I would want to.
We like it though.
Which our last podcast got flagged because we put in Fallout music.
Oh, really?
Yes. Like immediately. It's like, oh, damn.
Dang it.
It happens.
Son of a bitch. But it was worth it because we had to approve the aesthetic of because we mentioned Fallout and stuff.
Oh,
like
right.
that. But
It's a good soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Reach was the last one I played for Halo, and I enjoyed it. I also like
Same.
ODST,
Mm.
but that's not part of the thing. But I like
it is.
Well, it's not.
Oh, it's not part of the. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if ODST is going to be part of it or not.
The collection?
The Master Chief Collection?
Yeah.
probably
Oh.
Let's
not.
find out. Y'all keep talking.
I can't imagine it is because I'm surprised Halo Reach even is, but I guess that's kind of connected to
Well,
Spartans.
Halo Reach was, I think, one of the bigger multiplayer games that they had, just
Yeah.
because of the customizability and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
I remember in Halo, I think it was Halo 3 was the multiplayer where it had that big desert map with the 2 big movable
Oh, yeah.
fortresses.
Yep.
I remember one of my first internet. I wasn't.
Sandbox.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. That what it was called.
Yeah. Sandbox.
But I remember I was one of the first people to flip that. To flip them.
The elephant.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When you could run them into each other,
Mm-hmm.
and I was one of the first people to put that that thing up, like a capture of that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Of being of running them into each other and then getting them to go sky high.
Yeah.
And it was
That's
very
awesome.
fun.
It's awesome.
I think that map was the king of custom maps too.
Yeah.
Of making
That and Valhalla.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that though. That was a good time.
Mhm.
That period of multiplayer gaming.
For Halo multiplayer, I always kind of turn my brain off and just shoot. Do SWAT and just have a good time.
Mhm.
And then with I guess COD in newer, I think so. I think maybe my my Halo expertise is going to change, but I think for the newer multiplayer games, I've been trying to challenge myself mentally. So that's part of the reason why I was running around with knives and stuff.
Just
because-
because it's more effort.
Yeah, it's more effort, and
Mhm.
you have to be more strategic about it. So, because I'm not gonna run down the middle of the thing where snipers are and
Right.
get wasted.
No, that makes sense, and I think it's a good way to sort of get the layout of things.
Mhm.
Because I imagine at this point you're probably the expert on most of the maps, just because you know where to go to not get shot.
You know,
I mean,
he knows spawn points really well.
Nah. Oh, for Halo.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Not in Call of Duty.
For COD, I don't really know spawn points that well. I just know that spawns do get flipped every once in a while.
That was the big thing that they updated recently. I don't know
Thank
if you've been
God.
on since then, but they fixed Piccadilly.
Ah,
They've completely redone the layout of Piccadillys for Search and Destroy and Dom.
thank goodness.
They've moved the flag away from the fountain and put it, I think, in the buses.
Basically, you could. It was extremely one-sided map because you could fight one team all the way down to their spawn point, and they're guaranteed to spawn on this road, and there's no way
cover.
out.
No cover.
Well, there's random bits of car, but in order to get to the point to where you have 2 routes, you need to get through the first 50 feet of road.
I see.
And
Also, with the flags for domination, there was one portion where the flag used to be, the middle flag,
Right.
B flag, where it would be there, and if you were on one of the teams, I forget which one it is, but one of the teams, you could run into a store up to a window that directly overwatched that entire point.
I see.
And if you got there first, if you were quick enough and ran there before anybody else did, you could
Okay.
just sit up there with an LMG or something and just run roughshod on anyone trying to get B point.
Wow.
throw down claymores and everything.
Yeah.
And you can still get up there for regular mode, for other modes like TDM, which is what I tend to do. and be the asshole with like I put a silencer on a light machine gun, which you can do in Call of Duty. Don't know how that works out in real life. And I'll put the PKM with the 150 mag, a 3-time scope, and a silencer, and then I have 2 proximity mines for getting
Cover.
snuck up on.
Yeah.
And I'll just
The
pop up in
ultimate
this. Yeah, and I'll pop up in this thing and just like
Waste.
it's a good time.
Yeah.
But they moved the flag, so now you can't do that anymore.
So it includes Halo 1, 2,
3, 4, and Reach.
and ODST.
That's what I thought.
Hell yeah.
And it's only $40
Yep.
for all 7 of those.
A lot of games. So which one is everyone going to play like online though? Because you can't.
Online?
Is it just going to be like Halo
you can-
multiplayer, or do you pick like one of those?
So with the Master Chief Collection, because the Master Chief Collection originally came out on Xbox.
But it did not include ODST or Reach.
At
At least when I just looked at it, it said it didn't. But
basically you can enable playlists, so you can turn on Halo 2 and Halo 3 multiplayer,
Okay.
and you can end up doing both playlists.
Oh, okay. Neat.
That's from what I remember. I never really messed with the Master Chief Collection because I think that was when like everyone was just like, I'm so sick of Halo 5 and 4 because those are horrible games. But now we have Halo Infinite, so we're gonna see if that changes as well. So they have another Halo game coming out.
yeah, we'll see.
Which this game was supposed to originally come out in March. By the way,
Well, it's still 343 making it though, right?
but I think a part of that was just because they're trying to adapt a lot of stuff for PC and blah blah blah, making sure everything, all the settings and stuff was perfect. Oh yeah, so I had an idea about the Halo thing because I know that I could bear through Halo 4 and just be like, okay, I did that campaign, right? So, knowing that I'm a big Halo fan and that I'm considered a streamer, I was debating whether or not I should do an entire campaign run, all legendary in one go, live.
Just one take.
One take, Reach through 4, including ODST. So that's probably going to be like a 36-hour stream.
I mean,
Without getting up? Or...
Well, yeah, I'll probably take bathroom breaks.
Well, for sure, but like you're saying, you would start a stream and then
start
you
a stream,
finish
and I
it.
would not finish it until I beat all of them, all the campaigns on Legendary.
I'll show up for a couple hours.
Some dedication right there.
that is a lot. I will say that from what I gather, you just don't. You don't sleep. So this sounds like.
I don't think you think I don't think you believe I sleep at all.
I think your schedule is just very different. I am an old man when it comes to sleeping. I go to bed at like a set time, and if I don't do that, I'm mad at everybody for the rest of the day, the next day. So yeah. The past couple encounters you've seen me, I've gone without sleep. Type thing. Yeah, because it's been for all of the stuff for the wedding, and you're just up for like 95 hours straight.
Yeah.
But which is understandable. But like, so my current work schedule has me work from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Right. So it's just a different.
So
process.
which I did last night. So
Yeah.
and then I woke up at like 12 or 1 or something like that, and then I got this ready. And then in a couple hours, I'm gonna go back in.
There you go. So it's you do sleep. It's just on a different time, and that's fine.
Yes.
It's fun because I do feel like every time I've ever seen you, it's like I haven't slept in like.
He doesn't sleep.
Okay, fine.
He's a robot.
I'll accept that. And more power to you because you can do it.
Yeah. I'm happy with it.
I'm an old man.
So that's like the Halo bit, but I don't know. I think I can probably do that stream. I don't even know how fast I would get all that done.
I have no idea.
Because that is 6 games.
They're not long campaigns though, are they?
Some of them.
They're not.
Depends.
Right.
Some of them are technically not that like not as long as like you're playing through it. Some of them are long as in cutscenes and waiting for dialogue and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
I think one of the longest campaigns is actually 1.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I don't think I ever played that one.
The first Halo's campaign is probably the longest just because it has, well, 1, there's no sprint in the first Halo. Or 2nd or 3rd.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
And you don't, there's a lot of walking across this entire big ass fucking map, which is 3 times the size of Sidewinder of snow, and you have to make your way all the way up, and then there's another stage where you have to go grab a Banshee, bring it all the way down, then grab another Banshee, bring it up, and then grab another Banshee, bring it all the way over here, grab another Banshee, bring it all over here, and this is all one mission. And it lasts forever. And then there's a mission that's 2 missions later where you are doing all of that backwards.
Oh.
And then, which I think that mission is one of my favorites just because I always like...
That's the original Halo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always like a lot of conflict because in that Halo there's a mission where the Flood are fighting the Covenant at the same time while you're fighting both of them. So I like stuff that involves that because like you're fighting is very chaotic. Mm-hmm. So I think the only thing that would make it better is if like there was more humans, but they got pretty much all wiped out at that point. But if there was like humans versus Covenant versus Flood versus Brutes, man, that'd be fun. I just run in there and do whatever I want.
I feel like that should be a mode.
Yeah. That should be a mode.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I would enjoy that.
I would. But I like a lot of conflict and stuff like that in anything. What is that background?
With the golf course in Helen.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. We need to go.
What?
We need to go.
To
Golf.
Yeah.
Right now. Stop the stream.
Well,
See you guys next week.
I've never gone golfing on an actual golf course. I've done top golf and like mini golf.
One time I just hit golf balls into my neighbor's yard. And that was fun.
Yeah.
And I'm being you in this situation. Yeah. It was,
I did driving range and stuff like that, but I've never done an actual golf course before.
I mean, it's a good time. I love it.
It's fun.
I attempted.
Yeah.
I did it, but
It's fun. You get to walk in the trees. You get
golf?
to go in the water.
Yeah.
Do you golf, Jacob?
Yeah, occasionally.
Occasionally.
I know how to, and I haven't in a very... I don't... It's a periodic
Hobby.
thing. But when I do, it's always a good time.
I just got a hard no.
I'm not very good.
Hey, Morris.
well,
Hey, Morris.
low.
Wow, Morris is here too. Awesome.
Hello, Morris.
Yo.
Yo.
Let's see. Anything else that I can think of?
Yeah.
I can't. I'm having a
What games do you like playing, Jacob?
Oh,
Yeah.
this is very organic conversation.
very.
So I really need to play The Outer Worlds. I own it,
Mm-hmm.
and I still haven't actually played it just because I'm occupied with.
Is that the Xbox Pass game that I've been hearing about?
Well, I mean, it's available other places too, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
It's the one that was made by Obsidian, who were the people who made New Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And in light of all the stuff that's happening with Bethesda, you should go support Obsidian because they're making the kind of games that you want Bethesda to make, and they're not.
Ah.
It's very fun.
Just give Ben a hard stare.
They made New Vegas is a great game. It's my favorite Fallout of all time. And The Outer Worlds is made by the same people. It's obviously not the same universe, but it's a very fun, from what I've played of it, it's a very enjoyable experience. And yeah, there's no bugs. I have not encountered a single bug in the time I've played it.
Really?
Nice.
Night. But I haven't had the time to really get into
Fallout 76.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Um,
Game.
Best game 2019. Look at this motherfucker. Look at this little dude.
Yeah.
See this little bugger. Best game.
So what is Outer Worlds?
So again, I've only played like an hour's worth of it.
Right.
Because I've had other stuff in my life that's gotten in the way to where all I can do is kill terrorists in Call of Duty.
Ah.
But so the idea is that it's in the year, let's pretend it's the year 3500.
Okay.
By this point, space has been colonized by corporations. So you can sign up to be like an employee of the Halcyon Corporation and go into the space and be a colonist in space. That was the case, let's say in 3400. You wake up after being stuck in cryo freeze from in the year 3500.
Master Chief style.
Kind of. And then you're basically tasked with kind of leading the resistance again. It's you know,
It's all single foot player as well.
yeah. It's Karl Marx as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get it, like that's kind of the idea. Is it's the battle between corporations and like the resistance against like the proletariat.
Viva la resistance.
It's proletariats and then going against the corporations who are in charge of everything. But it's really like there's some really funny stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like the dialogue's really great, but like there's a really funny part where you're going to like collect people's somebody commits suicide in the game. Like there's a character commits suicide and they're like technically by corporate law, this is vandalism because he's company property.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
And so it's very,
That's awesome.
it's the writing's really on the nose, but it's very fun.
Mm-hmm.
And gameplay wise, I mean, it plays like an old school RPG, like
Yeah.
New Vegas and anything like that.
Mostly, mostly bent on guns and stuff like that. I
Guns,
imagine.
there's melee weapons too.
Okay.
So I think I forget what my stats are in this one, but I think I'm running like a two-handed melee and
So,
sniper.
There's a leveling system as well. then.
Yes, yeah. It levels. Think more Oblivion than Skyrim.
Okay.
Okay.
Because in Skyrim, everything you do just naturally levels your character.
Mm-hmm.
This is more like you have to pick your points
Mm-hmm.
and put them in certain things.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So it's definitely more. It is way more old school. Everything's more based on rolls
Mm-hmm.
than just like sheer luck. I'm enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of stuff I've played, it feels fun. The writing's really hysterical, and the characters are really interesting. And it's the kind of game that you would want, especially in light of the fact that Bethesda shat the bed this past year.
Yeah.
You should go support this game
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
because it is exactly the game you wanted from another
What?
company.
I just looked at the text that Alex sent me, and he sent me originally no,
And then I changed it to yo.
so I was like, what the hell?
No Yo.
Uh,
No Yo was my favorite rapper.
on my Mass Effect fan pages, they've been raving about Outer Worlds,
Mm-hmm.
just talking about how great it is.
Mm-hmm. You think you're interested in something like that?
Yeah, I mean, especially after hearing Jacob talk about it, if it's gonna be like New Vegas, even remotely.
Yeah,
then-
I mean it's the same company.
Yeah.
You know.
My favorite Fallout game is 3, but maybe that's nostalgic because it's the first one I ever played.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it.
But
That's fair.
I don't know. Also, I really liked this whole story,
Mhm.
like the whole arc
Yeah.
of 3.
New Vegas to me always felt like the one that I got more engrossed in just from a narrative point of view
Mm-hmm.
or like a universe perspective. Like Fallout 4 I played because it was like new and some of the like mechanics of it were kind of unique.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
the last one that like New Vegas was the one that I played where I legitimately was like totally invested in everything that was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is made by the same people.
Yeah.
And as Morris says, no bugs. I have not encountered a single weird thing yet.
It's weird when you let, your developers do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like they make something that works.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good. And it's
weird
what
that
players
that's our
want.
positive talking points.
It is interesting that you see like smaller companies do better, like just they put more quality effort usually. Like I mean, look at Undertale.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like that was a small indie company.
Yeah.
That ended up blowing up in a game that people weren't expecting to kind of blow up as big as it did, especially with the soundtrack and everything.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was just amazing, and how the soundtrack just like, oh, we're gonna throw 15 million remixes on top of this.
And now he wrote a track for Sword and Shield.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he wrote one of the. It's an untitled theme. I don't know where it's going to come in, but he wrote one of the songs in the Sword and Shield soundtrack.
That's cool.
That's neat.
So,
I guess
I'm looking
he
forward
might
to
have
hearing
gotten that partnership when they added.
they added
Sans-
Undertale on the Switch. Oh yeah,
They added
Undertale on the
Sans-
Switch first, and then they
Yeah.
added Sans to Smash Bros.
Is
Right.
he in Smash now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
It's like a skin.
a Mii
He's
Gunner
a-
skin.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
I love that.
Um,
What
and
about Papyrus?
Papyrus.
Is he a
No.
skin?
No.
No. it's just Sans as a skin. So.
We need Papyrus in my life.
And they also have like the Megalovania, like a remix of it
Mhm.
for Smash, so people can play that on every single custom stage if they wanted to.
Very fun.
But yeah, I mean, they also came out with their a new character on Smash again, and this guy is from King of Fighters 3, whose name is
Terry Bogard.
Terry. And one of the
Wasn't he in
antagonists.
Casablanca?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I
know.
Yeah. Yes.
Bad one didn't land. Check
No.
it off the list.
But also Goose from King of
Top
Fighters.
Gun. King of Fighters.
Yes. Goose from Top Gun. Talk to me, Goose. was in Tekken as well. So I'm
Oh.
wondering if King of Fighters is coming back with more games now that they got like reemergence of their characters and various
Other
other
stuff.
fighters. Yeah.
Mhm.
They even had like in Tekken they featured Negan from Walking Dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's a character in there and he beats the shit out of people with a bat.
See,
That's what he did.
That's yeah, but also like that's just a weird crossover. Like, what's the point of
Well, like it's a Japanese developer. I don't know how big Walking Dead is in Japan.
it? It's kind of like in Soul Calibur, like whenever they do.
Link.
Yeah, yeah. You
They
remember
do
that
Link.
Soul Calibur?
Yeah.
And they had Star Wars too.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
Yoda and,
And
Darth
Darth
Vader.
Vader.
Yeah. What was the point of that? Like that doesn't make sense to me. And it was the same thing.
Americans like this.
The
Throw
same.
it in.
I think it was the same year Link was in. I think that was Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah.
It was Link, which made no sense. It was the dad, the old man from Tekken. In
Oh,
the PS2 version. Not
Starts
from
with an H.
Hizari.
No.
Hizori.
No,
Himanshu.
no.
Keep saying H names. You'll get it. You'll get it eventually.
Harris.
Oh,
Hispaniola.
Heihachi.
Heihachi.
Heihachi Mishima.
But then in the Xbox version, it was fucking Spawn. The Marvel character
Yeah.
Spawn. And I'm like, why is Spawn in this? Like, I don't even care about Spawn, but I know he doesn't belong in this Japanese fighting game.
Right.
And Link also makes no sense.
No sense.
It just doesn't fit the universe.
And then in 6,
I
because
haven't played 6.
well, the one that's the most recent one, and
Yeah.
because I'm getting it for free with Humble Monthly.
The dude from Witcher.
Yeah, the dude Geralt is
Yeah.
a character. Why? What is the point of that?
I don't know.
You can just make him in the character creator. They have the best character creator. by the way.
I've seen
Yeah.
some really great characters.
I'm getting it just so I can make my own character.
I think the most common one I've seen was the Pepsi guy, Pepsi Man.
My favorite one that I've seen is like a super buff Rolf from
Ed,
Ed,
and
Ed,
Eddie.
You dare disrespect
ancestors!
You can do so much good stuff. There's somebody who made avocado, and it's just an avocado.
Yeah,
That's
It's
amazing.
brilliant. So
carrying a great sword.
yeah, no, he fights I think with his fists
Oh yeah.
because he's a fucking avocado.
Yeah.
It's great, but yeah, it doesn't make sense why that crossover
Mm-hmm.
thing.
I
But
can't imagine.
I think one of my favorite characters, I guess you can say it's a crossover, but it's not because the storyline, it actually makes sense that Tekken and Soul Calibur share the same character, in a way, Yoshimitsu.
Yeah,
So
I'm okay with that.
Basically, the way it works is in every Soul Calibur is a different Yoshimitsu,
Mm-hmm.
and within every Tekken is the same Yoshimitsu. And the whole thing, the way it works is that Yoshimitsu uses like a samurai sword. I don't know if you've ever seen him.
Right.
And basically it's like a demonic blade, whatever. So it's like it has a lot to do with possession and souls and shit like that. Whatever. Anyways, so there's an actual like I think if you look it up online, like on YouTube, like they've actually broken down like a storyline where it talks about like the origins of how each Yoshimitsu gets there, and then on how it eventually ends up at Tekken with the current Yoshimitsu, who's basically in the current Tekken is like an alien.
Yeah, it doesn't make it.
He's a giant tentacle monster
very
that uses swords and stuff.
My favorite Yoshimitsu, I think, was 2 because in that one he could use his sword like a pogo stick.
Oh yes.
Oh.
I
They,
remember
a
this.
lot of them use
Yeah.
that.
Does he still do
Yeah.
that? Okay.
Yeah.
That was my favorite character. That was
It's,
my favorite thing.
I think that's called like flea stance or something
Yeah,
like
he
that.
just bounces around on that to kill people, and it's like my favorite thing. That him and Voldo.
Yeah.
I'll play Voldo.
Voldo was
I
awesome.
love
Wait.
Voldo.
Going back to Yoshimitsu for a second, is that like canon, the timeline that they made?
I think
or,
so.
Or is it with like or is it like the Zelda thing where they just like try to make sense of it after the fact?
Well, oh yeah, between the Tekken and Soul Calibur, it's I don't know if it's completely canon, but it's like a lot of obvious speculation type thing.
Right.
But I think if you were to put together all the storylines, it just makes sense, from what
I
I
see.
understand.
Okay.
But yeah, so Yoshimitsu and Voldo are like one of my favorite characters just because they're just goofy and they don't fight them straight up. You'll have Voldo and he turns around, he has his back to you, and you're like, okay, I'll just hit him in the back, but no, he's like, fuck you, and he punches you and shit. You're like, what the fuck?
Crab walks in. You think he fucks?
Oh yeah,
That's all I can think about when I look at Voldo.
Yeah.
it's what he does in his spare time.
Yeah. It's just terrifying.
Yes.
He's my favorite character. Because he literally, like, one of his moves is literally just falling on the ground. That is a move. That
Yes.
does damage.
And he just flails on the ground.
And he'll just do that. It's me if I was in Soul Calibur. I was just like, "Blah!"
And then
And
he
then
also,
hit a man.
And then he also does like this backwards crawl thing where he puts his back is to the ground. He puts his hands like this, and he like spider crawls.
Yeah. Yep. It's so creepy.
And then he can like launch people by humping the air, and like it launches them into the sky and stuff. I think one of the coolest things is that he can turn himself into like a ball.
Yeah.
And he can, if he does it against the wall, he can fly up the wall.
Oh.
And just like almost like a, what is it, skeleton wheel kind of.
Mm-hmm. What a character.
He's a great character if you don't know combos, because anything you do is gonna hit
Combo.
something and do damage.
Okay.
Same thing with was it Astaroth, the guy with the axe?
Yeah, just hit B. Just hit a button.
Just do big
axe.
damage. Yeah.
It's the easiest thing.
Overhead. So
Yeah.
he's a giant thing, and then if you played Nightmare, all you gotta do is grab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally like the Azeroth grab where you like push him down on the ground and like walk over his head.
Oh, yeah.
That's just the most
That's
brutal grab.
Yeah, so rude of him to do that.
Mhm.
But have some decency.
Yeah, Astaroth's grabs are like he's straight out of WWE, where he's just like grabbing someone and like suplexing him with his axe and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I'm
Yeah,
okay with it.
I haven't played Soul Calibur in a very, very long time. But I wouldn't get the newest one though, from what I've seen.
The last time I played it, it was Soul Calibur 6 or whatever the newest one is, and it was at Thanksgiving,
Oh,
a couple years ago.
I thought it was at your party in your basement. Remember that night?
Oh, maybe that was the last time I played
That
it.
was a long time ago.
Oh. I'm not sure, but Anthony, the one who we were talking about, who's turning 9,
Mm-hmm.
kicked everyone's ass because he played as Nightmare, and like you just kept spamming it and just beat everyone.
What do we do about this? My brother. Quick hello from William, Brandon, Lauren, and Joe. Okay,
Hello.
so that's my nephews
there.
plus my brother and sister-in-law.
How are you all? Are you all looking at the one screen? It's so tiny. Your eyes are gonna get bad.
Yes.
Go watch on a different
They're
screen
all
with
looking-
a different account.
They have it projected on their TV.
Yes.
Go watch it on a different account. Get those analytics up. If you support us,
Oh, that's Ian.
Hey, Ian.
Here we talked about patented. Oh, what does it say? Patent DDDD sucking cuck already.
I don't know what that is. Is that a bit? Is that an inside bit? As it
It's
So
the bit, I don't
Smash
know that
King
either.
DDD.
oh yeah.
And he can suck someone up and then
You
shoot
just
him.
cheese him off
and
stage.
shoot
Oh,
him.
that's my move as Kirby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's my Kirby move. I only play Kirby and Smash, and that's all I'll do. I'll suck you up, and then I'll just walk off the stage and spit you out.
Yeah. That's also like pretty popular with.
She said facepalm.
It's good. It works. And I can't help that. That's meta. That's meta Smash. I'm
I
sorry.
mean, look at King K. Rool. He does the same thing.
Yeah, he's got
Oh, yeah.
he's got his own suck.
Yeah, he's got that ball. He's
And
got
then
that big cannonball.
If you're Bowser and you have a life
An ex-
over,
Yeah.
you just like grab him up and flip off the
Yep.
stage.
or my other big move is playing as Wario and getting on his motorcycle and
Just
just going
back
left and
back
right.
and
Go like,
forth.
hands are going, and that's what I'll do the whole time.
I like Ridley's too because he basically just like grabs you by the throat. One, he can just throw you off the stage, but the other one is he can just like straight up like grab you out of the air and just like drag you across the map, and then he'll just fucking let you go, then just start flying back up and just freaking leave your ass. That's awesome.
It's pretty good.
Personally, a fan of the Ganondorf choke.
Oh yeah.
Chokehold. Just snap your throat
Yeah.
immediately into the boot.
Take people off stage with that too.
Yeah.
Just
Sam is boasting Wii Fit Trainer.
Oh, that's the one. Is that where you just hula hoop out of here?
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite. That's my other favorite move.
And salute the sun.
And a stupid beach ball or volleyball.
I think
Dude,
it's stupid.
Sawyer is a beast with that.
He's got
beach
volleyball
ball.
combos.
No, he's
Yeah.
Sawyer again, idiot savant at Smash.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's his
Soccer
thing.
balls. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought they
Yeah.
were like weight balls.
Me and Sawyer were
thought they
talking
were
about
red
on how
symbols,
whenever like games like that come out, he just wants to kind of push like a certain character to whatever he finds his limits and get really really good at it,
Mhm.
and then eventually move on to another game and kind of make some match. He wants to practice and get good and learn all the mechanics and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I just want to be an idiot and run around with a fucking knife.
That's fair. I like the journey. For me, it's true. The journey, for like, because I do a lot more single player driven stuff than multiplayer games.
Same.
Just because I like the sort of going on this adventure, and then for multiplayer stuff, it is kind of like I'm only ever gonna be so good. and as long as I don't try to like exceed that expectation, I'm okay with it. Like, I'm never gonna be Nick level at running around with a knife.
It sounds like
That's exactly.
So
how
you
I
need some
play.
My Hero in you, and you need to go beyond plus ultra.
I see. That's what it is. Because then I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna be the guy with the P90, and that's who I am. I'm the P90 boy,
That's fair.
and I enjoy that. And the same thing with Smash. I'm never gonna be like competitive level, so I'm okay just dicking around as Kirby.
Yeah, that's how I play too.
You actually though are like you as Daisy. I think you were like pretty legit.
Daisy and Bowser are the characters I really like to play.
Daisy.
And yeah, those are the two characters I really like to play as. But still, like, I know that I'm not gonna be like every time I play Sawyer, it's like I know I'm gonna lose. It's the same thing when I play like Will in FIFA or Madden. I'm like, hey Will, you want to lose at Madden? But I know for any sort of fact that I am going to be the one that loses.
Yes.
I like FIFA.
Everyone has like their kind of own like profession and. Hi, I'm Daisy. Wait. What did they say?
Saying shots fired.
I write things in caps to sheer excitement. Oh, okay. Soccer balls.
Daisy. Shots fired at what? What do we shoot fire at?
I don't know. But for me, like, there's at least for everyone, there's always like those games that you're really good at and there's games that you're not so good at.
Right.
So, I was surprised though that I've kind of strayed away from single player games as much. I feel like campaigns, like storylines, have just not been good nowadays.
I don't know if that's necessarily the case, but it's hard to surprise us anymore
That's true.
because we
What a
have
twist!
because we have so much
Yeah.
going on. It's like you can pick out who's going to be the surprise bad guy, you know.
Right.
All right, Fallout 4. Did you expect that?
I haven't finished Fallout 4.
You've never finished Fallout 4?
I get stuck in the building,
do
and
you know what happens?
I know some of what happens.
Okay.
But I don't know the full story.
Okay.
Sorry.
I don't know if I should spoil that or not.
It's his favorite game. Why would you spoil it?
Then I
Oh,
won't
Let
spoil
him
it.
have this moment.
that's not my favorite game, but that's okay.
His favorite series.
Well, at least for me, talking about single player, I find that the best single player campaigns are the indie games right now. Like, I feel like the big titles don't have that kind of oomph with the campaigns anymore.
Well, because indie games are just making it because they think it's a cool idea and be
Right.
fun.
Yes.
Like,
Like, they
I
put that
think-
heart and soul into it.
From what I've heard, the latest Call of Duty has a really good campaign. I also need I need to play that for some people.
I have played it. It is good.
Good.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Good night, everybody.
No, it's
Above average.
it's good. Yeah, I don't know. The thing about those campaigns, I mean, I'm trying to think. They've been the fact that there is one's cool,
Yes.
right? That's good. It's very. I'm not gonna say it's not like. Yeah, no, we all saw this coming. There's definitely no surprise. There's no intrigue.
Right.
There's a couple of set pieces.
Time to kill seems really fast.
Are we talking about COD?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for multiplayer. Yeah, you don't unless you're Nick, you don't live for a long time. Because again, when it's easy to live in the game when you don't use a gun somehow. Tell me how that works. Yeah, TKM's pretty or whatever. It's quick, but
Yeah.
that's fine. I enjoy that because
Yeah.
it's twitchy and fun. But the single player is relatively engaging. There's no surprises. I caught every twist as it came.
Yeah. What a twist.
There's some the parts where people were like getting all like weird because I remember when they first talked about it, they were like, "Oh, it's gonna be so." I forget everything they said, but like oh, it's gonna have some stuff in it that's gonna make you like mad and like offensive, like the no Russian thing in Modern Warfare 2.
Oh.
And they were talking about like it was gonna have a bunch of that, and there's not a bunch of that. There's one segment that's pretty like there was one part where I was like, holy fuck, they're doing this in the game.
Right.
But it's just the one time, and it's not even like I mean it's bad.
When you look back at it, it was more like a shock value thing.
The problem is it's 2019, and like I see people die every day on the news,
Yeah.
and so like it's very the shock value that segment that I'm talking about, and if you've played it, you know what I'm talking about. It's like the first or second level. But the shock value that I think the No Russian segment had back in the day, it's trying to do that. And I think if it was in 2019 and we didn't live in the world we lived in, it'd probably have it.
I see. That makes sense.
It's a tough thing. But the game, like the campaign itself, it is fun. It's not too like. There's a little bit of like. It's not terribly racist, which is good.
Terribly.
Well,
it's there.
I mean, of course it is. It's Al-Qatala. Like that's you're killing. It's
yes.
Come on. But it does a pretty good job of like making a fun. It's a fun story. Like it is the equivalent of watching like it's no Spec Ops: The Line by any stretch of the imagination.
Right.
But I mean, it's got like it's just another. It's a campaign. It's fun. There's some good set pieces. There's a couple of segments in it. The best, honestly, the most like enticing segment that I played in it was the one where you actually are like doing a nighttime raid as like a SWAT member into like a house.
Ooh.
Where you have to like creep up the stairs and like it's all night vision and stuff. And
Yeah.
that part was fun. There's a couple of segments there that I really like. I would play it personally. My favorite one-player game aside from Pokemon is Spyro.
Spyro.
Oh yes, the new trilogy. I mean, it's not new.
The re-release.
Yeah, they were fun. I liked that.
I started playing the first one. I don't own it, but Bailey's little brother Anthony does, and so I started playing it. And yeah, it's pretty fun. I never played it as a kid.
Oh really?
Yeah, so I enjoyed it. It's about what I expected it to be. I mean, in the best way possible.
I like all the segments where he's on a skateboard.
I haven't gotten there yet.
There's whenever Spyro skateboards, it's very fun.
Okay.
I just wanted to see real quick.
No, not allowed to see.
Okay.
Close your goddamn eyes.
Fucking mouth.
But yeah, so I think I'll stream on Talking Swibs the Call of Duty campaign probably like within the next couple of days.
All right, man.
I'll probably do it either tomorrow night or the day after that night or the day after that night.
Make sure you sleep.
Yeah, I'll be good. Those are my off days.
I mean, it's a Call of Duty campaign. He can beat it in 5 hours. It's quick.
Yeah.
I will say
really?
it's extremely quick.
Yeah.
That's what I've noticed about those war games is that they tend to have quicker campaigns.
Yeah. Unless if, I guess the longer ones would be Battlefield. Battlefield ones are a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I did play a Battlefield game once. I'm trying to remember which one it was. It's whichever one had the like grenade with a smiley face on it.
That was that was one of the bad companies.
Okay.
Which were very good.
Yes.
I really enjoyed the bad companies.
I didn't think I was going to enjoy it, but it got given to me somehow. I don't. Maybe you gave it to me. I don't remember. But I played through it and I was like, oh, I actually enjoyed this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the bad companies. They were the first games I remember having like legitimately like you could blow up a building.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it is how realistic that was.
It was pretty fun.
That used to be one of my favorite things to do in any of the Battlefields was just to be all like, I don't know how to get over here. Where's the fucking entrance to this building? I'll make my
one.
own.
It was a good time.
That and just being able to just take down an entire building as well. Battlefield 4 was awesome because you could do revolutions, and basically what those was there were, if you destroyed something, then it would actually change the actual face of the map, like
Is this
entirely.
in the single player or the multiplayer?
Multiplayer.
Okay.
So like there was one where it was like a giant skyscraper around a bay, or a bay around a skyscraper. The skyscraper was kind of like out in the middle.
Be one big ass skyscraper.
It's
A
and
bay in like the lobby area of the skyscraper.
what would happen is that the like as you can imagine, one of the capture points is on top of the skyscraper.
Of course.
So, which is the tallest building in the map. So like helicopters and stuff fly up there and they're dropping off people. There are people that are running to the base of it and trying to take the elevators up. Blah, blah, blah. So people are fighting at the elevators and stuff like that. And meanwhile, sometimes there's people with tanks and they would start shooting the base of the skyscraper, and eventually the entire thing falls down and it completely changes how the map is shaped.
Yeah, because that point still exists.
Yeah.
Oh.
It just ends up way down here where the skyscraper fell.
In like
Okay.
wreckage. So now it's become like it's wreckage instead of this weird like flying to the top, and like I remember that was super fun because it was really fun when you like were on top holding it, and then all of a sudden you hear some rumbling. Like, oh, fuck!
And then everyone just immediately. It's like that's the funniest thing to look at too.
Parachute.
Is that you see like 40 players just jump out of the top floor of the building and they just start parachuting down.
Oh no!
And then there's this the sad ones that parachute the wrong side and they get crushed on the way down.
Oh
no.
jeez.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And the sound design, I agree with Morris. I think the Battlefield's their sound design is very good. The new Call of Duty has pretty good sound design too, but the Battlefield, like Battlefield 1, talk about the game that I was like, that Battlefield 1's mine. For,
Yeah.
like, savantness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had so much fun playing Battlefield 1. That game was so
That was
good.
based in World War One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite war.
Yeah.
No, World War 1's super cool. There needed to be more games about it.
The storyline stuff for that was really fun too.
Yeah. Go read real books about it because
Yeah.
it's very different.
Mm.
But the gameplay was very fun.
Right.
And I liked the multiplayer. That was, I think, that was very enjoyable. I did not play the Battlefield that was set in World War II.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just like Battlefield 1 better,
Mm-hmm.
frankly.
I mean, you're also kind of like a history savant as well.
Yeah, I get mad sometimes for those games.
Just in the game, the sentence there. I get mad.
I get mad
sometimes.
sometimes at the end when they fuddle with that a little bit too much. Battlefield. A lot of people got very, very mad in Battlefield. I think Battlefield 5
Mm-hmm.
because they. Before I go off on a tangent, do we want to talk about the?
No, do
No,
your tangent
please.
first.
Okay,
Do your tangent
it's a
first.
tangent because people got really mad, because and this is gonna put.
Okay.
There's a mission in that game where you are tasked. You're like supposed to be a Scandinavian troop. I think this was Finland.
Okay.
Correct. I may be incorrect.
This Battlefield 1?
No, the one that's in World War II.
War
Do
II.
they call
Oh,
it Battlefield 5? Or they call it Battlefield?
Yes.
Okay, so Battlefield 5, there's a mission in there where you are you're a Scandinavian, and it's the Scandinavian girl.
Mm-hmm.
It's a woman.
Woman.
And you're tasked with going and blowing up something.
Mm-hmm.
It's I believe it is a dam.
Mm-hmm.
A power plant, I think.
Some sort of utility.
Let's go with it. And that's the mission. Is like you're like a spec ops lady
Right.
doing that.
But the catch.
And but people got really mad.
For?
Well, because some people, the people that got all the news in the gamer world, we're gamers.
That we're all uppity.
We're gamers on this show.
Mm-hmm.
I play Kirby and Smash. They got really mad because it was a woman. We don't like women in my Battlefield. If the women didn't do anything in World War II. Here's the problem, is that the reason you should be mad about that is not that it's a woman, it's because that was based on a real campaign where there were like 40 people in it. And like a lot of them died.
Yeah.
I think only like 2 survived.
Wow.
And like but it was like this Norwegian Special Forces team or something like that with their skis.
The Nazi Special Forces.
And they did the thing, and it was very like important and cool, and it's like this big part of their, and I forget if it's Norway or Finland, but it's a big part of their like history is this like this mission that they did. And the fact that they completely like fucked with that bothered me.
Yeah.
But I can't say that because then it's like, no, it's because it's a woman. It's like, no,
Woman.
it's because I'm a history person, and
Yes.
you don't mess with that. Like that is
Right.
like because there were like 40 people involved in that. It's weird.
No, that's fair.
That's my tangent. Historical accuracy. I could care less if it's a multiplayer game. If you want to have a woman in a multiplayer game, I don't care. That doesn't matter. But like, if you're gonna base it off of a real campaign, like, I don't know.
Have some realism.
Fair.
There's a little bit. Like, there's something to it. It'd be like if like, it's the equivalent if I'm trying to think of an example, and I can't think of one right now.
Okay.
But like in any of like the like in D, like it's the equivalent of like if you do like a D-Day mission,
Mm-hmm.
right, with no boats.
Oh, okay.
It kind of.
It's just that's not.
That's not how that works.
Yeah.
Right. That's not how that went. Like if you just ignored the fact that there was a beach landing in a D-Day campaign.
Right.
kind of like the only thing that it's known for, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff to it. Like there's some important things there, and so it just bothers me sometimes.
Alex,
No,
do you
fair.
agree with the previous comment of that the music
I
in Sword and
agree.
Shield slaps?
That
slap.
there are some major slappers.
Yeah.
in
It's
that.
good. The battle music's like a little remix from how it usually is. And
Yeah,
It's
and
really
I
good.
absolutely love the gym leader songs. The gym leader song.
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
Is it thematic with the fact that it's kind of in the UK?
It's thematic in the fact that the gym battle's in a coliseum,
Ooh, with some.
and it's very like coliseum like hype kind of music.
Are you not entertained?
Okay. I'm into that.
So that's like gym battles in that. They're like live broadcast Coliseum matches that you can
Yeah,
watch on
it's
TV instead
not
of just
like-
being in a gym.
Can you imagine?
Do
Like,
they have chants? Do they have themed
Yeah,
chants?
they have people are chanting in the crowd
I like that.
as the song's going.
I like
That's
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, like, let's say we lived in the Pokemon world and we were going into the Coliseum, but like as like you're about to go through the gates, they're like, okay, they start handing you like the gladiator like armor and stuff like that.
Get
And, like, they give you
prepared.
like the spear and just like, what's going
I
on?
thought my Pikachu was going to be doing all of this.
And then
It's like,
you
no,
just,
the Pokemon watch you fight.
yes. You walk in there and it's literally a Coliseum filled with Pokemon and you're just like sitting there like, what?
Wait a
There's
minute.
another dude. There's a bigger train. No, there's a Machamp on the other side. With decked out
That'd be
in full armor.
incredible.
Man, that'd be awesome.
Is there a Pokemon that's a soccer ball?
I don't know.
Oh,
Because if they didn't do that with this new setting, Game Freak,
Well,
they
it would be a
mess up.
football.
it'd be a football.
They do.
Ball of foot.
Oh wait, no, that's something completely different. I'm sorry.
The ball Pokemon. There's like electric.
They really missed an opportunity, and I'd be very upset at Game Freak if they did not make a soccer ball. Either that or like a Magikarp fish and chips.
So, you had your own podcast. Do you still do that or no?
We stay tuned in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Secret project happening. New podcast coming in 2020.
Okay.
Um,
Where can we find your podcast at, by the way?
the one that is currently archived is called Learn Something,
Okay.
and it's fine. It
Yeah.
was a good time.
I liked it.
Thank you. We're coming back in 2020 with a new name, new show,
Ooh.
to be determined title. So you should have me back on to plug that when it happens. 'cause it hasn't
Absolutely.
happened
Heck yeah.
yet.
Love
Can
that.
you explain Learn Something?
Learn Something was me and my girlfriend Rachel's first attempt at podcasting, where we got sick and tired of like not putting our 2 degrees of history and English to good use. So it started out with me. Every month we would do a book club where we'd read some book, normally like a
Classic usually. Right?
maybe a classic or one that's critically acclaimed in the literary world of that. But it's so we'd have that, and then we would have
No, it's the leaf
Oh.
blower. There's a leaf blower in the background, by the way. I just want to go yell at my neighbors, even though that's like my parents.
Okay.
Oh.
it's fine. So the show would be, it was a book club every month, and then also we would each maybe come with a topic of like historical notes. So I would do ones about like historical events, and she would bring one about like cults. And then there's also a period of time where we tried to do Stranger Things roulette, where I've never seen any of Stranger Things.
I haven't actually seen anything.
So for a while we did this thing where she would just pick a random episode of Stranger Things out of a hat, and I had to watch that episode and then try to explain what was happening in the series based on what I saw in
Just
that
in
episode.
one episode.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
we went through like various episodes. That kind of shat the bed pretty quick though, because we watched the one episode from season 2 that was unconnected to anything else that happened in season 2,
Oh, wonderful.
and it like broke me mentally.
Yeah, and they were doing both seasons at the same time.
Oh.
So like,
Yeah.
it really has nothing to do with the first
Yeah.
season at all.
Yeah, and so like I think I forget the name of that episode. I think it may be called Jacob Goes Mentally Insane or something. But I truly and the episode left me like broken, and I'm like I can't.
I don't understand anything.
And I'm like I can't watch
Okay.
any more of these. So we stopped doing that. But then it became us talking about random historical topics. If you want to learn about the Utah War of 1857, or hear her at the time 8th grade sister explain the American Revolution, that's probably my favorite episode, because I have a master's degree, and she's talking to me about stuff, and I'm yelling at her.
Do you have one on the Great Emu War?
Yes. Yes, we do have one on the Great Emu War. That's my favorite episode, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So go watch the one about the Great Emu War.
That was a tragic war.
Literally the only time birds have defeated a nation.
Yes. Very large birds.
You know about the Emu War?
I've heard of it.
Okay.
I don't know all the details.
You can go
but
listen to my episode
I'll
about it.
listen.
They
I'll
had
learn-
guns.
I'll learn
They
something.
took machine guns, and they couldn't defeat a bird.
Fast, yo.
An army of emus.
It's terrifying. So yeah, that's what that podcast was about, and it was a good time. It was a good year-long experiment, and we're coming back in 2020 with a new structure and
New
new
bit.
stuff.
What was the original name of the podcast?
Learn something.
Learn something.
No, the original name of the podcast. Like
Before I
Unicorn.
learned something.
Before learn something.
It's like y'all had an before y'all changed formats.
Prototype.
Oh, when it was still when we were doing Stranger Things Roulette.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was called Boop for Unicorns.
There it was.
Boop for unicorns.
Boop for Unicorns.
It was like
We-
an
we
internet generated.
Yeah, it was an
Oh.
internet generated one, but we changed it to Learn Something because I like it better. Boop it!
Boop it.
Hell yeah. That's where we were doing Stranger Things Roulette, and then I told her, I'm like, I can't do Stranger Things Roulette anymore. That
Oh.
episode literally destroyed my sanity.
It was a weird episode anyway.
Did I hear something correctly about like you also did like a yogurt review or something like that?
No, I never did a yogurt review.
There was some sort of like,
Sawyer.
That was
posts
Sawyer's
yogurt.
thing.
that was
He
Sawyer's thing.
Posts yogurt to Instagram all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was he posts reviews of yogurt to Instagram. I do not. I don't do that.
I'm not a yogurt guy. I can't do that. I don't know.
I can't eat yogurt every day. He likes yogurt. That's a weird thing. I don't really know.
That might be the equivalency of my ice cream.
Perhaps.
Yeah, so you said learn something and
Learn
then
something.
something soon in 2020.
Yeah, we haven't decided on a name yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have one, but it's not confirmed. But we'll come back in 2020 with that. We're gonna do it legit. I think it will be weekly, either weekly or bi-weekly. I think it's gonna be weekly.
Sounds sick.
And it'll be a good time.
Okay.
It's the return of Dentega. Dentega, our pet name, actually a Polish toothpaste company.
Dentega.
Yes. Not sponsored. Though I will say, if eventually we do end up being a power couple and getting married, I want Dentega favors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Keep that in mind.
Okay.
I've got it.
That'd be
Locked.
awesome.
Someone ship me a box of Dentega. I'd love that
A
shit.
crate.
It's nasty toothpaste, apparently.
Really?
Apparently.
Mm.
Never had it. Point me,
Uh,
yes.
Yes.
That's my podcasting life. It's a good time.
How'd you end up starting? Like, what kind of got you going on that?
I was bored.
You're bored,
I was bored and I like podcasts. I'm like, fuck it, I'll make my
and
own.
you want to do something with your girlfriend to spell like we're doing this together.
Well, I want to make a thing. I'm a creative soul.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bet on it. Fuck you.
We need to name this thing, by the way.
I thought it was Steve.
Steve
It
Gateball.
doesn't have to be Steve.
It looks like a McGillicuddy.
Well, we just need to write. We need to
Say
write
what now?
the
A
name.
McGillicuddy.
And add it.
8-ball McGillicuddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it.
We just need whatever the name we decide on. It just needs to be written on it.
On the
So-
top.
On the top.
Yeah.
Or the bottom.
I like that. No, we just started it because I was like, I was just wanted to do it. I just wanted to do one, and I was, at the time. What year that was last year, right? Ben, was it
Your
2018?
your first episode was December 7th, 2017.
Oh yeah, at that time I was in between jobs,
And
so I was bored as hell.
last episode
That explains me with this.
last episode was January 20th of this year.
Yeah. So I was just like tired of not doing something, and I wanted to do something and put my degree to good use. So we came up with an idea and kind of rolled with it.
One of my favorite episodes you guys did was about the state of Franklin.
Oh, that's right, the state of Franklin. I remember the state of Franklin.
The state of Franklin.
Yeah, Franklin, Tennessee.
Ah.
They tried to be their own state for a while.
It didn't work
I
out.
assume. Yeah,
Didn't go over very well. That was a good episode. I
The
enjoyed
51
that.
states of America
Yes.
with Franklin.
So yeah, it was a thing that we just try. Sometimes I get bored and I do things. Part of me buying a PC that worked out to be a good purchase in the long run. But I was just like, I'm sick of not fucking having a PC. I'm just gonna buy one.
Yeah. I've enjoyed you having a PC.
I
as
appreciate
you've
that.
joined me on adventures.
Yes, I appreciate that, Nick. And
The Riot Shield adventures, where you
Yeah.
also that was also I want to say this, but whenever we do play multiplayer, and it's just like, what, you, me, Sawyer, and a couple other guys,
Yeah.
I don't have to say anything whenever I do something cool. I really don't. Because I know that once I do something that's remotely cool, I have Jacob over there hyping me
He's
up.
a hype man.
I'm the perfect hype man for a video game because I'm just like, fucking, how did you even do that, Nick?
It's like, Jesus.
One of my favorite games in our short amount of time we've been playing all as a group. I forget what day it was, but it was one day where we all just decided to play Headquarters with just everyone had riot shields.
Everyone had riot shields.
Yes.
And it was just the entire team, and then the rest of the team just all quit.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite kind of games, though.
They just all quit because they were scared. They scared. They didn't know.
Yeah, you best be. If I ever get tilted and I need to pull out a gun, you're gonna like it next time because I'm gonna pull out riot shield and RPG, and it's gonna just you've done this to yourself.
I do that. I run that class sometimes.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
It's like I'm not dealing with it anymore.
Riot shield, RPG, 2 throwing knives, and a heartbeat sensor.
Man, it's I know we've talked about it a couple of times this episode, but man, running knife only is actually just insanely fun.
It was my favorite during the actual time
Black
I played
Ops.
shooting games.
Because I remember going to. Do you remember Nick Lacani?
Yeah.
We went to his birthday party, and it was you, me, Timmy, and a couple other guys, and we were playing Black Ops, and we were doing
Knives only.
knives only with ballistic knives and
throwing knives.
tomahawks.
Tomahawk.
Oh,
yeah,
I
it was
miss
tomahawks.
I miss the ballistic knife. That weapon was so fun.
And people were also throwing like stuns as well.
Right.
But yeah, and I think was it you who figured out that like your range is increased whenever you're stunned or flashed or something like that with like your knife
Possibly.
range.
I think so. Yeah.
It's like someone figured out that like it's very deceptive, but like your knife range is actually really really far whenever like you're stunned or flashed. But anyways, we would do that. That was a lot of fun.
Crossbow, ballistic knife. That was my class.
I really enjoyed ballistic. I wish they brought that
Crossbows
back.
are cool.
Ballistic knife was so much fun.
Yeah.
If I could choose between the combat knife that I've been running and the ballistic knife, I'll be running ballistic knife all the time.
Yeah, ballistic knife is way more entertaining because it literally just shoots like a little X-Acto blade as a weapon.
Hell yeah.
So it's like a knife like this, and like you just press a button and it goes, and it shoots straight,
Shoot.
That's amazing.
and it's a one-hit kill.
And I used to really like playing gun game. Did you play gun game back
Yeah,
in the day?
yeah. Where
And-
every 30 seconds or whatever it swaps.
Just run around with
gun game.
knives.
No, gun game is where everyone starts with the same gun. Then when you get a kill, you swap to the next gun.
That's right.
And then just run around with
But
knives.
the last weapon was always the ballistic knife.
Yeah.
And it's like it was so cool because you always got the last kill. You got to show the kill cam. It would be like a slow mo knife.
Yeah.
Just going and sticking in the most random spot. See it sticking out of their pinky toe. And
Yeah.
somehow counted as a kill.
Yeah. It was fun.
So I think we're basically at time.
Okay.
So once again, Jacob, you can find him at
Add Jacob
wait.
out.
what?
That's Ben's thing.
This or that question.
Oh, well,
Oh.
okay.
This or that. I don't know what that is.
So,
Tell it for the people at home.
just so, like this or that. Like I'm gonna say two things, and you choose which one you would prefer.
Okay.
Yes.
So, I mean, it's nothing crazy. So,
Okay.
Like,
Do you have one ready?
Yeah. So,
for sure.
of like whole series, they're both long series that exist. Would you choose Elder Scrolls or Assassin's Creed?
Okay. Elder Scrolls.
What in terms of what?
Like which you like
Preference.
better?
Oh.
One over the other. Elder Scrolls.
I would probably say Elder Scrolls.
I'm in the same boat.
Although I do like Assassin's Creed.
I love it, but
I just felt like every Elder Scrolls to me is a treat, whereas every other Assassin's Creed game is good.
Oh God. It's just like because I'm gonna say
Sam says Assassin's Creed. Ian says prefer Elder Scrolls because because he hasn't played Assassin's Creed. Okay.
enough.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag is one of my favorite video games of all time.
that's fair.
Sam. Okay.
That's my favorite. It's one of my favorite video games.
Sorry, I had to pull a Will there. Yeah. Okay.
Like that just because that was the perfect. Like they're coming out with a new pirate game, Skull and Bones, soon, and I'm so excited for that because it's like just the Assassin's Creed pirate stuff again.
Yeah.
But I think over the whole series, I'd pick Elder Scrolls.
Okay.
But I think I prefer Black Flag
If you're talking about
as a
individual
standalone
games.
game
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
any of the Elder Scrolls games.
Standalone games. Yeah.
But I'd pick Elder Scrolls as a structure more.
Okay.
Right.
I really liked Oblivion.
Oblivion is a fantastic game.
Oblivion was my first Elder Scrolls game. I
Morrowind
wish
was
I
mine.
played Morrowind because I've always heard good things about it.
Morrowind was
Morrowind's
very
good.
fun.
I can.
And
Yeah.
Oblivion, the Shivering Isles DLC is one of the best expansions to a game ever made.
I like the complicity of the Oblivion leveling and skill system versus Skyrim, just because I felt Skyrim is just so much easier.
Well, I mean, it's clear it just makes the game easier as it goes through. Like Morrowind was insane to figure out what you even had to do.
Yeah, like
for your mission.
Yeah.
it was just it was almost like Dark Souls-ish. Well, like in the first Dark Souls, where it's just like literally it puts you there and you're just like figure it out. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's Morrowind.
Yeah.
And then Oblivion is a little bit of hand holding.
Oblivion has a couple of sentences.
And then Skyrim is like,
Yes.
dude, this is where we're going.
Oblivion's like, we're gonna explain this once for you, and
Yeah.
we're gonna make it very deceptive.
Yep.
Then go.
I also really liked the, even though it's an older game, I thought just like the color scheme of Oblivion was better.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like it was a more lively world for some reason than
No,
Skyrim.
I also think that there was more people that mattered in Oblivion than there was, like more NPCs that mattered in Oblivion than there was in Skyrim, just in terms of like
Not
the
generic
arena
farmer.
and like generic farmers and stuff. Like
Yeah.
you can have like a quest that might involve this person, but like in Oblivion, I felt like everyone, like you had no idea what was going to happen whenever you walked up to somebody type thing.
Yeah, my favorite thing about Oblivion is, first of all, the Dark Brotherhood in Oblivion, because
So much better than Skyrim.
yes, even just the fact that you just don't get told about it, you just have to figure out
Man,
how to join.
if I
and,
could choose profession that was within the Elder Scrolls things, I would like to be a fence.
yeah,
That is
Yeah.
so profitable.
Yep.
I just want to be a fence.
Yep.
yeah,
Again, you said just one of my favorite moments in video game history, is playing Oblivion for the first time and not knowing about the Dark Brotherhood, and then the way you find out about it. Ian hasn't played it. You fool!
Yes, it is backwards compatible.
Oh.
yes, you have no excuse.
Play
Yeah.
Black Flag.
Yes.
Flag. Play Black Flag. That game is great. It is so good. But finding out about the Dark Brotherhood the way you find out is very fun.
Mhm.
I remember the way you do it
Yeah,
is very fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, Assassin's Creed. It's a pirate. You get to be a pirate.
Pirates like
sing
me.
shanties.
You sing shanties.
Like being a pirate's awesome. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But yeah, once again, you can follow Jacob at Jacob Aldente.
At Jacob Aldente everywhere.
Yes. And once again, the podcast that we mentioned.
Learn something,
Exactly.
and I'll update you on another thing when it happens.
And we'll bring you back on around that time so that we can.
Marvelous.
Later this week, I am gonna post this podcast on YouTube. So, but for the YouTubers, it's there. You
Yes.
watched it. You
Oh
made
my
it.
God, you're in the future!
Whoa.
We're
Yeah.
in the past. So I'm gonna be trying to stream Call of Duty's campaign probably this week on Talking SWBZ, probably at night. Maybe I'll probably start around like 5 or something like that, 5 or 6. And then once again, I'll just announce it formally. This for the people who just joined in. I will stream when Halo Chief Master Chief Collection comes out. Did I just say Halo Chief?
Yep.
Halo Chief, the
But
Master
it's
Stream.
fine. We knew.
Halo Master Chief Collection. I'm going to stream I'm going to stream it chronologically. So I'm going to do
Reach.
all Legendary. I'm going to do Reach campaign 1, 2, ODST 3, and 4, all in one go on Legendary. So I'm going to start the stream, and I'm not going to end the stream until I make it through all the campaigns on Legendary. I have no idea how long it's going to make it,
I
or
believe in you.
how long it's going to take.
We'll see. Just give yourself a couple.
I mean,
days.
I'll do it. It's just that
Yeah.
I don't know how long it's actually going to take.
They'll do it.
Yes, it's gonna be good. And that's probably that's gonna come out like early December, I think.
Okay.
And you'll do that on this stream.
Yes, I'll do that on Talking SWBZ.
Okay.
All right.
Sign off.
Well, yeah, sure.
Okay.
So, this has been Talking SWBZ. Spuddles. Berta Fermis,
Yo.
Benjamin 19, Jacob-aldente.
Special guest leaf blower.
Yes. And
Follow us.
yeah, you could. I'm getting
I know,
there.
I'm just thinking.
You follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, Discord,
Instagram.
and subscribe to YouTube.
Yeah.
Click the bell.
Yeah.
There's a bell there.
Yes. We never really mentioned the bell. If you hit
No.
the bell in YouTube, it sends you a
Notification.
notification every time when we post a video on YouTube.
So do that, and then you'll
Yeah.
know when we post.
Yeah,
So
hit a bell. Like the video. Share it with your aunt.
give us
Don't
a
tell her I
comment.
said the F word.
Also, how many likes do we want to do?
I don't.
If we get 50 likes,
Ooh.
we will post a video of us doing the Halo.
Yeah, we will suffer the copyright
Yes.
if we get 50 likes.
Yes. We'll do that. Anyways, thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye!